People have begged me to make a video that they can share with their family members taking prednisone. And this is because prednisone can definitely cause dramatic changes to a person and their ability to relate with their family members, friends, coworkers, whoever's in their life. And I have been contacted by many who've had marriages destroyed, who've had their children taken away, who have lost custody, and things like that because of how prednisone affects a person's personality. And so I want you to know that what I'm sharing is legitimate, that it is evidence-based from scientific articles. In addition, it is based on what people have told me over the phone from their own personal experience. I have personally taken prednisone, but most importantly, I am not just a person who's taken prednisone who reads stuff. I am a board certified doctor of pharmacy who is a registered licensed pharmacist. I have specialized training in the diseases that people take prednisone for that makes me board certified. So I'm not just spouting off some random facts I found. This is legitimate. And so I want you to believe your family member when they're sharing this information with you, that it is vital for you to understand to keep your relationship healthy and happy, that what your family member is going through is real and incredibly difficult. And so I want to share the words of people who I said, fill in the blank, what I wish my family knew about prednisone. And so here are the things I've compiled. I got hundreds of comments, but these are just the top ones kind of compiled together so that you can hear the real words of people taking prednisone, of what they wish their family members knew. And before I get into the serious stuff, I wanted to share this hilarious meme. The good news is prednisone will help pull you out of this flare. The bad news is your family might want to take an impromptu trip without you for the next 6 months. And that is a little bit too true. In my personal experience, I went from a mother of young children to a mother taking prednisone with young children. And my ability to be a nice mommy had decreased because not only did prednisone affect my mood, but it was affecting my ability to get restful sleep and be a nice person. So I was mean, scary mommy, and it might have been nice if they'd been able to have a trip without me for 6 months. These are the side effects that I personally experienced. And I want you to not memorize this list, but realize that it is literally affecting every aspect of a person, not just their appearance with the moon face, but their blood pressure, hair, ability to sleep, mood, on and on. That what I personally experienced isn't the full story. There are actually up to 150 different side effects of prednisone, and these are just the ones I personally experienced. So let's start at the top. Moods. Prednisone affects people's moods. And this person shared, I wish my family knew that the mood swings truly feel authentic. I'm not just blaming the pills. I literally can't tell what's real when I'm roiding out. Yeah, they have a term for it, roid rage, that the fuse is shortened, that the space between lighting the fuse and when the bomb goes off is very short when on prednisone, that there's just not a lot of bandwidth between 0 to 60. Oh, that's not enough analogies for you. So another person said, I wish my family knew that I don't want them to forget. I may look normal and well, but I'm not. My patience is very short. I have an abundance of crazy energy, and yet I'm exhausted, both mentally and physically. I feel like I'm not me. I love this poetic way she describes it. As if I'm just a surprise passenger in my own body. Most things feel the same as normal. And yet, it's like I'm navigating the world through a new car. And I'm having trouble controlling the steering wheel and learning where all the bells and whistles are located. It's true. You feel like you're not even you anymore. That who is this person that I suddenly, what is this body that I'm suddenly inhabiting? I wish my family could know and understand that prednisone changes everything about who I was before, how I feel, how I think, how I look, how I sleep, eat, drink, move, vision, immune system, hair, skin, teeth, bones, everything physically, spiritually, and mentally is different. I wish doctors could know and understand this also. And that's one interesting thing is when you survey doctors and you survey patients of what they perceive, doctors don't really comprehend it either. So I don't blame you, family member, for not comprehending what your family member is going through. Doctors perceive a few things to be a concern, whereas patients have this extensive list of what is suffering, what is causing a low quality of life for them. So this person talks about the mental versus the physical. I think the mental game for me is harder than the physical side effects. I know the medicine is saving my life, but the heart palpitations makes me feel anxious. The weight gain makes me feel depressed. The insomnia makes me so tired that I don't feel like a strong person because I need naps. The physical toll it takes makes me feel weak. I felt the same. This person talks about how lonely it is. It's a very lonely place. Nobody wants to bother. Depressing, insomnia, pain, hunger, feeling like you have no control over your life. That essentially we've given the keys to our life to this pill and it's just destroying everything. Tapering. This is something a lot of family members don't understand. This person's talking about her mom. She thinks I can just stop taking prednisone and I'd be fine. I hate it that it dominates my life like that. Prednisone cannot just be stopped suddenly. It must be tapered or it can literally be fatal. People can die of adrenal crisis. So that's what takes us here next is adrenal insufficiency. I wish my family knew that the adrenal insufficiency it causes affects many different hormones in the body. That the exhaustion and lack of motivation and apathy are not from a lack of willpower. That for every single thing you do, you depend on a bunch of hormones being well balanced. And healthy people don't even realize that what they're able to accomplish and what they take credit for as willpower depends very heavily on the health they take for granted. Yes, prednisone affects so many different hormones. Okay, long-term side effects. I wish I'd known that it would cause my hip to disintegrate and I would be left in a wheelchair and that it would destroy my body. This is a daughter. My dad kept thinking I was pregnant, and I kept telling them that it was the medicine doing it, making me bloated. The weight gain prednisone caused people described as horrible, absurd, and the moon face. You don't recognize yourself in the mirror. Apple, the face recognition software to open your own phone, doesn't work when the moon face changes the shape of your face. Another person talks about hiding, how well we hide the awful side effects daily, how this drug is a lifesaver while destroying everything normal. That I'm so grateful it saved my life, and so is this person. But it also destroyed everything in her life that was normal. Another person talks about how what my family sees is only the tip of the prednisone iceberg. The rest I'm struggling to conceal within because it is so horrible. The worst part of illness has been the disfiguration of my face and body being on so much steroids for so long. And this is that daughter again. She was a bit unsympathetic that I should get over it because they saved my life. Yes, they have. And I'm grateful, but I'm not being vain. It's just upsetting to look in the mirror and see another face. You can be grateful, but also be sad at the same time. It would might be nice to hear, yeah, that must be hard. I agree. This prednisone is a double-edged sword. It's saving your life and it's ruining it at the same time. And you can be grateful and you can be sad at the same time. And so if you have a family member who's going through this, please give them the grace that is needed. Please don't let your family be like those that reach out to me saying, "Hey, can you write a letter to my attorney saying prednisone did this?" Because my wife is taking my kids away. Please be the person who allows your family member to be taking this medication that is so harmful and horrible in so many ways. That if this person was taking it for chemotherapy, which prednisone is a part of certain chemotherapy regimens, so that's legitimate. But if this person, your family member, had cancer and they were going through all these changes, would you kind of feel a little differently than just taking it for some other condition? You'd be like, oh, she's going through all of this, losing hair, all of these changes. You'd be like, okay, it's chemotherapy. I get it. This is hard. And you'd be supportive, maybe more supportive than just prednisone. I encourage you to treat your family member as if they are a prednisone warrior because that is truly what they are. That prednisone is like a poison and they're taking it for a very important reason or their doctor wouldn't have prescribed it. And if they're willing to do something that hard, then we as family members and supporting people in others' lives need to be just as courageous and brush off the slights and not criticize the appearance and allow your family member to taper as long as it takes for them to recover. And that even if they have low energy and can't do what they used to, we love them anyway. And if this video helped, I encourage you to watch other videos so you can understand a little bit better. Signing off as Dr. Megan, your prednisone pharmacist.